Hello and welcome back. We are on episode 175 of our Oxygen Not Included achievement run. We are on what I'm believing to be our last episode. It is the beginning of the end, part 2. If you haven't watched the other one, please do so you haven't missed out. It's the previous video to this one. I usually have a link from the previous one to the next one and so on. So this is going to be probably the last video of this series, and then we are going to move on to the other series that we are working on, the Bionic plus Frosty Planet DLC. So that's kind of where we are going. We are currently working on the last achievement that we want to accomplish before we close this one out, and that is the Great Escape. So we need to establish another mini pod on Burrito. That's where we are working on right now. The temporal tear opener that we need to take care of that is on Burrito as well. So we are going to work on that. And then sent a duplicate on a one-way mission to the furthest star map destination. So I think that is where we are going to end the episode when we actually achieve this. So let's see about getting to it. We have a few things that we need to work on before we send a duplicate here. I think we have Calypso almost ready, if not already ready to go. Let's look at the water. Water situation looks just fine. Power looks great. We have all of our different rooms, so we're ready to go. Let's go back to our main asteroid here. I think the other rocket needs water, so we do need to adjust this right here, so it'll start sending water the way we need it to, which is all the way up here. If we look in, it's stopped because there's not any nothing here to send in. So if we go into the actual interior, we do need to make, I want to make the radiation shielding a little bit better. They're going to be sleeping in these two beds, so I kind of figured that would be the best bet. If we look at the rooms, we have a mess hall, a washroom, and a barracks. We don't need anything fancy, but this is the rocket we are going to send directly to the asteroid once we can send the second duplicate over. I think we're going to add a couple of things to the list that we need to send over. We need phosphorate, and we also need a little bit of plastics to be sent over to the Burrito asteroid. So let's go down here and start putting in, let's see, plastic. Okay, we're gonna have 800 kilograms, and then we will drop this out here. Make sure this is on sweep only. It is. We're going to turn off everything. New plastic. Okay. And then we need to do the sweep. Make sure it's sweeping into that. All right, that's good. What do we need in here next? We need phosphorate, which we should have plenty of phosphorate lying around. We've had these Drecos, I think, forever. So let's turn that as an option off there, and then we're going to do phosphorate here. And then we will take this out and hit sweep. And then that should, once this is empty, send it directly up here to our interplanetary launcher, and that should be fine. We're gonna go inside. Okay, so Hassan, let's get you inside the rocket. Get this ready, prep to go. We've got everything in here. Let's just check the food, because that's my biggest fear, is to lose a duplicate to food. Yeah, looks good. We have plenty of food inside of here. We've got 5, so that's gonna be 5 cycles, and then how many ever's in here? Should be plenty for a while. So if it's 20 kilograms, then that's 20 cycles. We should not be out and about in space with the rocket for longer than that. So, all right, let's go back here. We take this and launch. There we go. We might lose some of the piping. It might be too hot. Yeah, it's pretty hot. I know. All right, let's move a little faster. We want to get closer to our destination and our goals here. I did make it out of sandstone. I actually meant to change that and turn it into ceramic. order a rebuild and have that done, so that way it's out of ceramic instead. Okay. That looks good. I do think we should make a little bit more glass. We are going to need glass so we can have two things. We want some extra tiles, some window tiles made. That way we can provide extra radiation to some of the things that we're creating. So we're sending phosphorate for the wheezeworts because we're going to put them into a couple of the... If we look at Barreto, we're going to put 2 farm tiles, and we're going to make some sort of area that produces radiation, rad bolts, and we're going to send the rad bolts down and around. That's kind of why we need the plastic. It's also why we need phosphorus, so that way we can move a few of these wheezeworts into farm plots, so we can send that radiation directly into the temporal tear opener. And that's behind this in the unknown. We can't open it until afterward, after we have a duplicate here, and that's just fine. We don't need to worry about that too much. Where are we going to put you? That is a good question. We can't put it here because this is where the rocket is going to go. Maybe let's just put it up here. Yeah. And I think we can construct it. We'll just need the robot to put everything in there, and then that should be fine. The next step that I would like to do is open all of this up to the robot and get a location set for the rocket platform, because down here this is what we need. How many tiles is it? That's 44 tiles. That's plenty of space, so we do not have to worry about the rocket not being able to fit. If we put it up here, it would be pretty close, and I don't want to be close. I want it to fit with no issues. So all right, let's check out Lushani. We did make some nice adjustments. We added another duplicate in the last episode or two and kind of really focused on making it work the way we wanted to. Right now we are creating a vacuum here, and that's going to allow us to send everything through this pipe here first, and then we have a gas sensor that is set to hydrogen. When hydrogen is present, it's going to send it into the gas shutoff, and then go all of that is going to be sent up here. Actually, let's make this stuff a higher priority. It hasn't been completed yet. With 5 duplicates and our power fit nicely, they've been able to keep up with a lot more things. So, and if you look at what we just found. We have a gas grass seed and a water weed, unidentified species. We're gonna get the achievement even though we are done. Wow, that is fantastic. All right, so I guess we can try to do some of these still on our way while we wait for the other stuff. Let's turn this into gold right here. And with that power, we'll send the different things over. We don't have a mechatronics engineer, huh? Okay, so let's look at our skills. Who is here? We are on Lushani. We have 1, 2, 1 more for bubbles, and we'll have our mechatronics engineering. What about Ari? What is Ari good at? Tidying. Okay, we'll do that. Devin. Oh, there we go. We're just going to do that so we have the capability of building these buildings up here. And yeah, we're going to make those the super highest priority possible. What are we getting rid of? Now, I'm not sure why we were doing that, but it's fine. Same thing with this. Okay, we got conductive wire, we have all that. We'll put both of these in here, and then we're gonna get that achievement. I'm pretty surprised that we actually accomplished this within reason. So that like before we were completed, I was not anticipating that. So if you look at our colony summary, all we need to do for the GMO AOK is analyze the waterweed mutation and analyze the gasgrass mutation. The other ones are land dupes or rovers on all worlds of the cluster. We could actually do that too. And then the only ones we won't get are Mind the Gap, Sweeter Than Honey, and then That's Rad. Let's do that. So once the other rocket comes back, then we can... we're using steel? How about we don't use steel? How about we use... let's use gold instead. And then we want shipping. We need conveyor rail. There we go. Make this the highest priority. And that should allow us to complete that without any issue. Yep, so that's just kind of where we're gonna focus on while we wait for these rockets to drop off all of this stuff here. Hey, we're missing a, oh, it's unreachable. Oh, well, that's not good. We should probably take care of that. We're not quite done with this yet. So we're gonna actually work on that as well. We do need to move all of these materials out of here, though. That's one of the things that happens if you don't do this in the right order. You have everything fall down into the location. Actually, we're gonna do it this way. We're going to deconstruct those three and those two. We're also gonna deconstruct these three and these two. Or those four and those two. We're gonna send all that stuff down here so we don't have to manually move it around. All right, did we get this completed? No, we did not. Let's do this. We're gonna make that super high on the priority list. That way all that can be done, and then we can actually get rid of this airlock to allow airflow up here to keep this transformer a little bit colder, because it was pretty warm the last time we checked. Yeah. Okay, those are going to be done pretty quick. Okay, let's go back here, check on the glass. How much did we get? 250 kilograms. Okay, so what we're gonna do is put glass, allow manual use, and then sweep only, right? So we go back up here, click on the glass, and sweep. Perfect. Then it's just gonna keep sending once it has enough rad bolts. Right now, we don't have enough rad bolts right now, but it's fine. Let's do 60, since that's how much it costs in order to send stuff. Let's go back to Lushani, see how this stuff is faring. Why are we not doing that, is the question. Okay, what do we got here? Sweet legs, why not? Alright, how much food do we have? We have 12 dried surf and turf. We probably need to get some food made, so let's actually get a micro musher in here. That way we can just keep making our food. I don't want anybody to have any issues. Not being fed. Okay, Okay, so we're gonna get rid of those two, get rid of this one, get rid of this one, and this one, and this one. That's gonna allow us to easily drop all of the materials down underneath. And then we rebuild it, and then it's simple and fine. All right, let's check out Ugohilin or Ughilin. I don't know how you say that, to be honest, but yeah, I'm going with it. Let's look at our temperature. We're just checking out the areas, making sure everything seems to be working still. Our cooling is working just fine without many issues. We have a lot of stuff kind of going on at the same time. We've got some grub fruit being made for food. And that's specifically because grub fruit preserve has a long time that it stays good. So we're gonna allow them to just consume that. We haven't been doing too much on this asteroid, just kind of allowing it to flow the way that it's been flowing. Back to this one. What are we doing here? All right, we've got our water. Let's go on the interior. Okay, we do need to put dried surf and turf in here. We need to grab some power. That way we can turn on the rehydrator. So they'll work on that. Let's go back to Lushani, see why we are not completing these tasks. I don't understand. We'll keep them as a 9 for now, and then come back to it in a little bit. Now let's take a look at that light. Okay, it goes all the way down there, good. Right, once these are set, oh, that's why we didn't send anything. We had these Radbolt generators here that we were sending left and right because of the crashed satellite, but we are not going to worry about it right now. We're just going to use it to send both of these mutated species. Wow. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. We've gotten so many different things completed. Dried surf and turf here, that'd be really helpful. Let's empty out all these extra storages so we can grab and make sure we can reach all that. Looks like we can. Who's suffocating? Well, then stay inside. Do we have a super mad poke shell again? Is that why we're taking damage? Or we just, that was from before. It might be from before. Rocket is in orbit. All right, let's go back here. Let's deploy the rover. Okay, we're gonna deploy it right here. Okay, rocket, go back home. All right, let's go back to Barreto. We've got a lot of things for the rover to take apart and get ready. There we go. So we're going to take apart both the landing pad. We're going to take apart a lot of other stuff too. Let's see, how big is that rocket platform? It doesn't tell me without having enough. Once I open this up, I should be able to see. I think our other stuff is lying around. Let's see how much. It doesn't tell me how much we have. 200. Okay, so 334. It's not a lot. Okay, we may need a bit more. Do we have some? That's just ore. That's algae, algae, algae. Okay, we might need to send some more refined metal. And then deconstruct our other rover. Okay, that gives him a lot of stuff to do. I still think it's kind of important that we stay on top of all these things. Unreachable. Now, that's not good. Let's change this to put the ladder right here. Maybe we'll be able to jump on top of it. Maybe not. We'll have to wait and see. Actually, let's move it down one and then we should be fine. There we go. Alright, let's go back to Lushani now that the rover has a few things to do. They're not doing it yet. Why not? Like we have a mechatronics engineer. Now let's see if priorities. Let's find the planet. We're on Lushani. Only one person is doing farming. Okay. Building. That's why. We'll put that at a higher priority. And then, oh my gosh. Yeah, we would need some Atmos suits here. That would probably be helpful. Yeah, they can't reach this stuff right now. We're gonna have to cancel these. They'll grab them when they can. Bubbles is taking too long to get out there. Bubbles doesn't have the athletics, so what we're gonna do is bubbles, all the way down here. Don't go that way, but go left. Yeah, we're not gonna let them in and out. They need to be able to run really fast. Okay, so now that's situated. Ari. So Devin couldn't do it because we had the door turned off. That's why. Now we should be fine. All right, give that a moment. Let's go check on Barreto. Make sure our... Yes, there we go. I think we're gonna need to send more refined iron though. We don't have enough to make the rocket platform. All right, let's focus on that right now. Go down here. Let's do iron. Okay. Only 435. There should be some more. I think we have a bunch. Oh, that's all we have left. Okay. So we do this. We go sweep. Okay, they put it in the wrong one. Oops. Iron. Let's take that out. Okay, now it's gonna send it. Okay, then we drop it out. And then we sweep. And then we go iron. Alright, the next thing that we need to look at is actually making more. So let's do 20 of these. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is sweep only, allow manual use. Let's do seed. Gas grass seeds, and what's the other one? It is waterweed. Okay, so let's go here. Oh, alright, so one, nope. One, sweep. Same thing here. Sweep. Make that a higher priority. Same thing here. Higher priority. Bring it up here. 9. And then where are we sending this? We are sending it to the right location. Good. Okay. Now, once we grab the water weed, which we did, and we throw it in here, all we have to do is wait for both of them to be in here, and then we do 2, and whoosh! Let's check out the star map. We should see it's inbound. Here we go. All right, give it a little bit of time, and it will land on there. So that should be helpful. Get us that achievement that we're looking for. I think that this is the only downside of being able to see all of the different asteroids. Your save time goes a little down every time that you add more stuff. You know, this might not help. Yeah, that probably doesn't help. Actually, don't do that, because yeah, let's get the angry ones out of the way. Actually, no, they're making some meat for us, so we don't even need to bother with that. That's fine. We'll leave it alone. Okay, so that looks good. I did end up getting some new blueprints. I went through all of my duplicate ones, and I did find some pretty cool extra ones. I got charcoal, and there is a couple more. I got some cafeteria quiche. So I was gonna put some of that in our new areas, but I'm not gonna do that right now. It's just kind of fun to go through your extra blueprints and making sure all of it looks good. All right, did we get, here it is. Let's empty the storage. We're gonna make that top priority. Somebody get to it. There we go. Thanks, Steve. You're a trooper. All right. So now we will grab those and we will analyze them in the botanical analyzer, and that should give us our achievement. Right. We should have, okay, so 54 rads per, or 54 and 60, so we can send it one time, pretty much, almost 2 per cycle. Yeah, we are filled up with phosphate and glass and iron, so we're gonna need to send all of that. We're gonna have a couple of days before we can have everything going. All right, so we've got quite a bit of stuff. Let's keep this robot active if we can. So they did make the mini pod for us. We did not get back yet. We have, okay, pretty little bit amount of time, not too much. Trapped. Why are we trapped? Here. Okay, you should be able to go through this. I don't see why you're not. Okay, how do we do this? Undock, deliver suit. Ren, what are you doing? Oh man. Gas grass was analyzed. Okay. Plus 250 rads per cycle, and it's got us a decoration bonus. Yeah, that's not gonna really help us too much. Okay, not sure what Ren's doing here. We're gonna disable this building. And colony achievement earned. We did it. We have successfully analyzed all the different mutations for all the different plants, so we did end up getting that one. I'm pretty happy about that, actually. We are gonna work on land dupes or rovers on all worlds. We're gonna send the next rocket that we have right here. We're going to change the location and we're going to send it here. Right? Pilot's not boarded. We'll do that in a moment, right? Because that is the only asteroid we have not visited. So that's gonna be where we go next. We will put crew at the end in a moment. Hey, we have one more cosmetic blueprint. Speaking of which, let's just check this out. Okay, some Go Team sports gloves. Got it. Okay. All right, let's go back to Burrito. Make sure that this rover has stuff that it can do. We're going to go 1 and 2, I think, in a second here. Okay, that's not a bad thing to see happen. Let's actually mine all those up. Let's get this phosphate and this plastic that's laying here. And then I think we will need a sort of battery. We could do a smart battery, but we need the metal. So I think the best bet is going to be just a regular jumbo battery. Where should we put you? Probably right here-ish. The only problem is what happened to the other one is going to happen here. So we're going to put this right there. And then we'll have to send over some more metal or iron. Iron ore. Yeah, we'll need to do that. Okay. New printables. Let's see what we got. A poke shell. Well, let's keep adding to our list. All right. Keep everything here going in the right direction. All right. We launched and landed. Crew, let's get there. Let's get that other achievement here. Let's go to Lushani, since we've sent that. What I would like to do is try and see if we can keep... What is this? Is this one? That's the aluminum volcano. Let's see, is there something that we can do? I think there is a carbon dioxide geyser down there. Let's look at the temperature. Yeah, it's way too cold. Way, way, way too cold. But it's not cold up here. So if we... Let's see, is there any uranium in here? It's uranium ore. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go straight down. And then we're going to encase this area. And we're gonna try to get to the Beeta Hive. We're going to try. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we are going to definitely try. And then let's make this a higher priority, like a 9. And on top of that, before we do that, let's turn off those so that way we don't drown anything. And then before we go down there, we want to open all this up. like so. Let all this kind of go down. Yeah, that's what we'll need. So we're gonna try, I think, we'll wait. Let's check the temperature down here. Down here, it's 10.2, negative 51. Okay, so that is not good. All right, so instead of like making this crazy thing over there, that's an aluminum volcano. Let's go, how are we gonna do this? We are going to, trying to think what the best way to do this is gonna be. Let's take our aluminum. Okay. Let's move it here and here. Put an aluminum tile here. Right? And we are going to slowly warm up everything in this vicinity. And when we do that, all of these betas are going to go to sleep. And then we will extract the enriched uranium after they go to sleep. We'll do this one since it's literally right here. So what we're going to do is go down here, open that up, and so on and so forth. We will need to have some power, so we're gonna just try to do this while we can. 1, 2, let's add just a jumbo battery. We're gonna go over and under and down. Okay. We're gonna not go after this here, but we are gonna go down. And I think the best thing to put here is gonna be some utilities, probably a space heater, right? So I think what we will do is build some ladders and then get rid of the ladders here, keep the space heater on top of the aluminum tiles. That's gonna warm up all of the uranium, and with all this carbon dioxide, where are the betas? Did they not like that? They didn't like that. Maybe we can go in. Okay, so let's see if we can get this achievement, right? I really would like to get as many of them as possible. Let's do enable auto harvest and see if we can get it highest priority. Since there's a lot of carbon dioxide coming out, I don't think we're gonna have too many issues. Oh, you slipped. Oh no. Scoop, scoop. Did we get it? Oh my gosh, we actually got it. What? Sweeter than honey. Extract uranium from a beta hive without getting stung. That was nice. I can't believe we actually got it within this episode. I was thinking we weren't going to be able to do that. So now we paused it for a second. Let's grab the enriched uranium and then we're going to close this off. We wanted to keep eating the uranium because I think it's going to be beneficial in the long term. So let's make this a higher priority here. Let's go back to our other asteroid. Let's look at the crew. Let's go view interior. Okay. Now, what about oxygen? See, we have no oxygen in here, so that's not good yet. We forgot about that, didn't we? Okay, let's do this. Let's do just a diffuser. I'll put you right here. Because right now we are in a vacuum, so that's not good. We don't want to send them in a vacuum. Let's change this for crew. Let's let Ashcon go out and get some oxygen. Yellow alert. We need to change that. We just need it to be a smaller alert. Okay. Leave them alone. Let's check on our robot. What are we doing, robot? Okay, so we want to grab all of these that are in storage. Suffocating. Bubbles! No! Don't do it, Bubbles. Alright. We don't want anything to happen. You know what? We're just going to grab the rest of this and move it over. Alright. Thank you, Ari. You are our savior. Now, all we want to do is close it off. We don't need to do anything. We don't need to worry about any sort of business with heating it up, and everything is swell. All this carbon dioxide is going to turn into liquid, and then it'll probably end up flooding a little bit, but it's fine. Okay. Let's close some of this other stuff off. Let's check our radiation. Yeah, we're still getting a bunch through here. I don't know if we'll be able to reach these, but we can try. Yeah, we can reach some of it. We have a... what do we have? We have a... few things in here. How long do we have? We're not sure. Alright, we definitely need to open this up and just grab all this material and just move it out. Just relocate it out here. Eggshell, relocate that. Yeah. Just move it all out of here. What else are we missing here? Aluminum ore. Locate that over here. Bleach stone. That's what's making this so difficult. Sedimentary rock. Oh my gosh, there's so much right here. Yeah, let's just make that like the highest thing to do. We don't know how long we have until the hydrogen vent starts doing some fun things, so we're going to kind of let it do its thing. We're going to send super coolant in here. Where could you go? Relocate you here. Fantastic. Alright, let's leave them alone. Let's check Barreto. How are we doing? Empty that storage. Let's hop to it. Looks like we can't reach. So what we are going to do is try to create a two-step ladder all the way up here. Hopefully that'll work. There we go. Worked out great. We're moving a little bit faster, but I'm okay with that. I definitely want to get to the rest of this achievement that we're trying to accomplish. So this is kind of necessary to keep getting preparation done. I think, let's see, what else could we do? We can't make tiles. I think what we'll do is use this room for a bedroom. Okay. Yeah, that kind of stinks that we lost all this oxygen that's just sitting here, but what are you gonna do? We would need to go over here anyways to grab the Weezeworts. There we go. Let's grab some of these extra materials, let it drop down. There. Now we can grab all of this. I don't quite know where we are going to put the extra, not extra, but where we are going to put the Weezeworts to send it in. We need to get our duplicate here. But I don't think it's going to happen right away. Let's do this. And then we're going to get these. Get all the snow. Yeah, probably do that. Alright, good. We did need to put a battery down. Let's see, battery. Jumbo battery, right here. No, we did put a battery down, excuse me. Let's do... There we go. Alright, now that that's all situated, let's view interior. Did we get algae or gas? We did. Alright, let's put some algae in here. And then once that's good to go, we can send our duplicate out and about. Whew, we've accomplished a lot in this episode so far. I'm really excited about that. So again, we look at our summary. We got sweeter than honey. We got our GMO A-OK. We're gonna get this cluster conquest. So the only 3 that we will not achieve before the end of the run is Mine the Gap. That's literally just a waiting game with the radiation and getting enough diamond to mine all of the different points of interest in space. And then the radiation, again, taming that radiation on Lushani so we can have a research reactor going. It just takes some time to actually accomplish that. And then if we go all the way to the top, the only other one we're not going to get is the cosmic archaeology. So again, this would just take some time to grab these, and then, you know, I don't want to just continue on and bore everybody to death with the same thing. Oh, guess what we're doing today, guys? We're going to be mining those points of interest for 10 different episodes. I find that that's a little too redundant and probably not fun to watch. So that's just one of the main reasons why I'm wanting to do the separate, the new series, and then just kind of close this one out with a bang. Again, that's just so excited that we got really far with all these achievements, because I wasn't planning on getting those in this 2-part episode. I think that it was a really pleasant surprise, because those are not easy achievements. Some of the achievements that we have received this entire playthrough, you know, if you look on Steam, the stats, less than 10% on most of them, on some of those harder achievements. And they are really difficult to achieve in most cases. So, unpermitted food. Okay, so we ran out of food, did we? Yeah, we ran out of dried surf and turf. So let's go here and let's make some lice loaf forever and ever. Okay. Let's get these. Let's move them over here. There's only a couple of more things left. Oh, I'm glad we did that. There was some refined aluminum in here. Granite and obsidian. Anything else? Oh my gosh. Dirt. And then last but not least, I'm sure, sand. Okay, we'll let Dom do that since we have a lot of stuff to do. Let's go back to Burrito. Okay, let's get some of these things taken care of. Empty the phosphorate, empty the iron, glass and iron. Very acceptable. Let me know what you think, if this is like some of the easier ways besides landing a duplicate like rocket on the asteroid. If there's an easier way for everybody to kind of get this achievement where we are trying to, you know, open up the temporal tear and all that. I think This is an easier route, but again, we're learning, and that never ever should stop. To be honest, you should always try to learn and move up in the world beyond Ani. That is what I'm referring to, in case anybody was curious. Okay, grab another one of those. Perfect for extra power. We got our wiring, so we get that set. We'll get the mini pod turned on. Once all of these are built right away, that's going to be the highest priority when the duplicate gets here. One's going to be lower, so we can actually have this started. Actually, I'm going to keep it separate, so that way we're going to land the duplicate on here at the beginning of the day, because that will probably be our best bet in efficiently doing these things. Okay, you're gonna get rid of that one, get rid of those two, probably. Can we reach that one? No. Oh, man. Apparently we can't reach any of that now. Okay. Oh, it's because there's 3 here. That's why. Got it. But we have our rocket location, right? This is where all the rocket stuff is going to be. And we'll kind of get rid of all the extra stuff, a little bit of this here, here, and here. We can't touch any of the wolframite or granite. It's too hard of a material for the rover to mess with, so... Idleness. All you bored dupes. What are you gonna do with you? There was, I think, some igneous rock lying around somewhere. Bleachstone. Ah, here we are. Unreachable, right? There we go. That should get us where we need to go. Radiation exposure. Yeah, I'm sure you've gotten more than you need. Okay, all those materials have been moved, so we can close this back up, and then that should be it. We should get this nice and steady of empty. Did we fill any of this up yet? No, we did not. Oh, it's doing that as we are sitting here. Oh, it's not going anywhere. We need to go here. There we go. That's gonna help us out. We will probably need to send some things in different directions, but should be fine for now. And we got some lice loaves, some lettuce. That's very good. What's next? Checking burrito out. Now can you reach that one? Yes, you can. Got it. So this should be enough. Oh yeah, 41 tiles. There we go. Build a ladder here, then we can get rid of that. Get rid of this. And then plenty of space. Let's see, what could we do? We can make... No, we can't do that. Maybe put a window here and here to get ready for our radiation? We'll have to wait and see how we get this situated. Let's check on our Virgo rocket, make sure we've got oxygen inside of there. Okay. looks good. I think the only thing we did not cover is, let's actually, a mini pump. Let's do mini gas pump. And then we want a gas pipe. Doop, 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 doop. And then power. Go over, and then we want automation, so we can turn it on and off, right? There we go. Nobody's idle anymore. That's a great thing to see. Okay, and then in Calypso, we are still sleeping in the Calypso bed. Oh my goodness. Okay, we got plenty of food. Let's look at... what do we need to send over there still? We need to send over... let's do... changes to 144, so that ships. Let's do... we'll do 200 again. I think what we need to send is going to be more materials to make a room. So let's just send some granite. And then change this to granite. No, we're not sending any of that. Good. Okay. Then we are going to sweep and put you in here. Fantastic. And then that'll send us a bunch of materials to use that we will need. Perfect. Okay, that looks good. All right, what else can we do? We can get rid of you. Let's just try this out. Let's put a door here. Get rid of this Weezwort. And then I'd like to put... we don't need that much plastic. Let's see, what's the radiation look like? Yeah. That's partially why we didn't get rid of any of this. And then what we will do is have one plastic tile. 2, 3, 4. Oh, we can't make it. Okay. Of course not. We do have an airflow, we have a mesh, we don't want any of that. Can't do storage. What do we think would be the best here? I think we're just gonna need to get that extra material. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Okay, looks good. Alright, so two things are gonna happen now. Let's check the interior. Okay. Turn off. Alright, pause for a second. Gas. We have oxygen. We have algae waiting for oxygen. We have food. Okay, do we have food in here? We have food in here. Oh my gosh, we have so much food in here. We don't need that much, so we're gonna drop that down to 20. I think this one is ready to go. We are gonna go, click on this. Okay, that's the destination. Let's put crew. Go to Calypso. Your destination is gonna be back in orbit here. Crew. And once it's the next day, we will launch them. All right. We have rover. We have rover. We also have rover. We do also have rover and a lander. Good, good. That'll give us some extra metal as well. Did we send... Let's go to Burrito. Did we send the extra materials? We did. Let's get that iron. We are just waiting on the rest of it, which now we need to wait for. I think we sent 800 total, so we should be seeing more of it come up in a second here. Let's look at our star map. Yeah, see, we've got 3 of them. They're going at the same time. It's great. All right. Then once it's the daytime, give it a moment, and we will launch for the... What, the second time this... Yeah, maybe second time this round? We're doing fine over here. We don't have any issues that I can see. Just going straight to sulfur. So many tons. We'll never have too much. And again, we didn't do anything much on this asteroid. We kind of just let... I'm sure this drove some people a little crazy, seeing all this dirt and regolith. Definitely rough. Oh man. Alright, let's go back here. Let's begin launch sequence. Begin launch sequence. We're gonna keep an eye on them, make sure everything's going well. Let's look inside. Looks good. Building melted. I don't care, that's fine. Looks good, looks good. Awesome. Here's what we're gonna do. More ceramic here. Okay, so let's see. Let's go back to where are we going? We're going to Burrito. What we need to see, yes, empty these storages. Perfect. So that's going to give us some more ceramic. We'll be able to make like a ladder here. We'll put one ladder here. Yeah, we won't have enough materials until this is all opened up. But this is great. So what we're going to do... Drop another rover here. We're gonna drop a rover here. Let's see, how far is this? Let's just count this. All right, how many do we have? We have 19 tiles, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Perfect. Okay. Plenty. Okay, we're about to get another one of these payloads. Okay, looks good. Let's grab this granite. Let's do... We'll put a ladder here so we can reach this and then turn this into a room. We're gonna put another one here, a tile here, so that way when we open up this polluted ice, we don't have a pocket of all of this. And then this is an actual room of some kind. We don't have a lot of time left with that. And we're gonna move faster so that way we can get to all these things. Grab the ladder. Radiation and idleness. Who's got radiation issues? There we go. Let's just see what they do. Let's get all of our stuff. That way it gives them something to do and they're not bored. Keep seeing this whole, what is it? We're all idle. Get rid of all those. There, that'll be really fast. They'll get that done and then in no time at all, I'm sure. Who's trapped? Yeah, I'm sure you are. Never fails. You know, it couldn't go from like the right side first. They decided to jump over and then make it so they can't go back, right? Because that's just like how it always is. Food, huh? Yeah, we're making some lice loafs. Should be plenty. Okay, we turned this into a vacuum, so that's gonna be pretty warm. That's dormant for now. How much of we have polluted water in here? Why do we have polluted water in here? Oy vey. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to connect it and then isolate the polluted water and then let it, we'll pull it out of the system that way. Okay. So we did take this apart. Let's start rebuilding it. Actually, let's leave this one alone. And then we'll get rid of those two first. Make sure that all this falls out. There we go. Great job. Not sure how Ari jumped. That was cool. Never seen that one before. Yeah, now we're stuck. Good job. Good job. There we go. Now all the materials have been removed. Let's add some regular tiles. We'll make these ones out of obsidian. Really an overkill here, but I'm just gonna do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we want to 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Oh, we don't want to go too above it. We want to go like that. Make sure we can reach all of the different things. Can we reach that? We can. Okay, good. More food. Oh, algae. All right. Let's check on our dupes. How are we doing in here? Let's view the interior. Okay, we're doing good. What about the other dupes doing well? Good. Man, this thing's been going for ever. I don't think it's ever stopped. Okay. So now nobody is stuck, right? Right. Nobody is stuck. It never fails. Like you know, and I feel like it is unavoidable in most cases, right? I really do. But it's hard to anticipate the best way to avoid it sometimes. At least in my experience. Like, you can just do a little bit at a time and then you will never, but I feel like most of the time we just do a giant dig all this, please, and then it's fine. Alright, did we get all this situated? Kind of. I'm not sure why you took damage. kind of bizarre. We need to use some of that. Oh, good job, Bubbles. We got a skill point. Alright, so that looks good. Everybody's got soggy feet. They're not having it. Alright, how's Burrito? Pretty good, I'd say. We've made the room. We've gotten all of that. Let's get rid of this ice right here. So then all this falls down, and then we can just kind of make it easier to go in and out. Do we have any other materials? We have some. We'll put it right here. There we go. Yeah, I feel like the rovers here are one of the easiest ways to get prepared for landing. As soon as we send a duplicate here, this is the first thing we need them to create, so definitely going to be a requirement. I am going to send a little bit more material. Let's go back down here. Let's put granite in here again. Okay. And then we drop it, and then we send it. Rocket is in orbit, so let's go to our star map. Let's send our rover module. Let's put it right. I mean, it's going to be deconstructed anyways, so. All right, now let's go back home. All right, let's go back to Burrito. Rover, deconstruct you just in time for the other rover to be completely out of juice. Okay, so we can use this tile of granite to build the solar panel if we needed to. You know what we could send? Let's do this too. Let's go oxalite. We have a bunch of oxalite thanks to these here. Sweep. And then what we'll do is we'll move that into that room. There we go. It's gonna keep off-gassing, but hopefully when it reaches this in here, it will not. But sending it in a container and then moving the container first, and then opening it, that will give us at least enough oxygen so that way that any duplicant there can breathe. So another thing we want to do is have, let's move the preservatives, let's relocate our grub fruit preserve in here. Let's see, can we build a bedroom? Furniture. Oh, we can make a comfy bed, but we don't have the other means. We need a raw mineral. Okay, so we don't have that yet. We're waiting for the materials. Okay. But it looks like the rover doesn't do movement errands, which is interesting. I would think that they would, because you're just moving material. Does anybody know if that's a bug, or have they always been that way, or do they need something to put it in? What is going on here? This is kind of bizarre. I'm gonna just try that, because we can pick up like copper, we can pick up other materials, so we're gonna try to put that here. Okay, so then is this the one with oxalite? No, this is granite. So let's empty that storage. Once this storage bin is done, we are idle once again. Alright, let's go all the way to the bottom and start mining all this out. Oh no, not that, but this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we're just gonna finish this all off. And then all that, we're going to turn that to a higher priority than that. We're not going to touch that. So all the digging is going to get done after the fact. Unpermitted food. What do you mean, unpermitted food? Wait, which one are we on? We are on Lushani. We have no food, huh? Okay. Yeah, let's grab the gas grass. Oh, it's because of that. Oh no. We made a mistake. We put all the meal wood into the chlorine, and that's not good. So what we are going to do is change that. Put that up here instead. And then also, what else could we do? You know what? Yeah, let's get some free food. We don't need these guys. We're fine. We'll leave the Pip. The Pip's doing work. Pip's been helping us out. Perfect. Now we have some way to eat, or some food to eat. All right, where's our rockets at? Okay, so we've got 1.6 cycles before we are at Bernalin. Interesting name. Love it. Okay. We let all of the water down. It's fine. But nobody's idle anymore. That was the goal. Okay. So now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put grub root. Oh, we can't do that? Really? Okay. Alright, so that didn't work. Can't put food in there. It has to be a refrigerator. So let's empty these storages out. We're finding out all kinds of new things that I never knew before. Granite, granite, granite. Okay, we need to make sure we don't open up the oxalite in the wrong location. But even if we can't move stuff, well, I guess that makes sense. They don't have hands. They can't pick it up. But why can they pick up other things? That's what I don't understand. Okay, so let's go food, refrigerator. Okay, we're just gonna put that right here. And then we're gonna put, you know, I shouldn't have gotten rid of it, but we're just gonna put that right next to it for now. Furniture, cot. Let's do yeah, one of the cool cots. Oh, they need a duplicate for that. Got it. Okay, but then if we choose something to be in here, let's just do everything. And then sweep only, and then we do algae. Sweep. Does that work? Okay, so that works, but you can't do a delivery run. You can't use the relocate this plastic here. Let's just try it out. See, the rover won't do it. Okay, so we found something that out interesting. Okay, but if we go here to plastic and hit sweep, Rover can do it. Okay. So please take note. If you send Rover somewhere and you are trying to deliver things, you have to use the storage bin. It must not have been programmed, which is fine. You know, it's just a matter of them doing things. Hey, rockets in orbit. Ooh. Yeah, a lot of the lava's falling out. Okay, let's send our rover. Just deploy it. We're not gonna do anything with this, but we are about to get our achievement. Even though that increases the amount of time it takes to save the game, we're at the tippy top end. Let's change our location here, back home. Let's press space. Let's look at our colony achievement that we just got. Land dupes or rovers on all worlds in the cluster. We did it, everybody. We got that one. We just didn't get Mind the Gap, and that's rad. So, crazy amount of achievement gathering this run. Okay, let's send them home. So as of right now, I'm looking at, oh my gosh, how would you even go down there? And you'd be lucky if your stuff didn't land in the lava here. Building melted from the ladder. Yeah, I figured that was gonna keep happening. But on this asteroid, you'd be very lucky to, if you're sending stuff over, that it's not melted. You'd have to figure out how to cool down the magma just so you can get into this down here. Ooh, it's a DNA, a double helix. That's pretty cool. I like that. Ooh, we got a database entry. Let's see what we got. Bring your mining operations into the 23rd century with a new Gravitas personal excavator. Improved particle condensers reduce raw volume for more efficient product shipping, and that's good for your bottom line. Licensed for industry use only. Resale of Gravitas equipment may carry a fine of up to $200,000 under the Global Restoration Act. Brought to you by the Gravitas facility. Unpermitted food, once again. All right, Bubbles. Let's click on you and see what's going on with you. Calories, 664. All right, here's what you're gonna do. You are gonna eat meat, the raw meat, for now. Okay, they're gonna eat the raw meat. Now you should be fine. Go eat the meat. We're gonna do copy these settings, go all the way across. Let's do choose blueprint. Oh, fried mushroom, how you've never been so awesome to look at. That gives us a lot of extra time. Buildings, here we go. So the next thing that I want to do, let's build a ladder, and then let's open this up so we have kind of a carbon dioxide pit, so to speak. And all this stuff's gonna fall down. Airflow tile in here. Yeah. Let's build this here, so it all falls down the way we want it to. Okay, go back to Barreto. Okay, so now that we've figured out what we can do, it's kind of a bummer that we can't build the refrigerator, but I wonder, all right, if we can't build a refrigerator, can they build a ration box? They can. Aha! There we go. Rover had to think about it for a second, but we can send all the food right here. There we go. All the food just getting picked up and put in there. Refined. Yeah, we're gonna do sweep only on this stuff. Sweep. Perfect. So this is just stuff that I didn't realize was a problem. I didn't realize that this stuff doesn't allow the rovers to relocate things. The only way to have them relocate things is to have a storage bin or a ration box. But that's good to know, right? Because we can throw oxalite in here. Let's see, can I make another one? No, I cannot. Did we get... No, we did not. Okay. We are going to need... Is the oxalite in here? It is. So we're going to do... 9. Whoosh. Alright, let's go back to Barreto. Let's take a look at our rooms. So we have a barracks. That's good. The grub fruit preserve is going to be helpful. Yeah, let's let them pick that up. Radiation, huh? Okay. Totally fine. Let's get us some poke shell. Alright, so that's good. A lot of the stuff is falling down. Let's continue that. Actually, let's get these first. Go all the way over. No, don't get those. Go all the way over like that. We're just adding extra room for all the chlorine to fall down. Because it's causing some issues, unfortunately. Okay, we're gonna open that back up, get all this extra stuff out. Because it's kind of getting stuck over here. We don't want it to be stuck. Idleness. Did they take care of that entire thing down here? Let's take a peek. Well, most of it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Don't get stuck. Oh, man. At least it'll be pretty quick to get unstuck. Okay, our Calypso made its way back. We have double of these here. I think what we are going to do is get ready to send our last dupe. Or not our last dupe, but send our dupe over to the other location. Let's just make sure we don't need any extra materials before we leave. Let's see. So we look here. Pause for a moment. What is these made out of? They're out of sandstone. Okay, so we can literally make them out of regular materials. We'll need to send more granite. Okay, that's simple enough. We'll send more granite. Start there. Up here. Granite. Okay, send it here. Same thing. Drop it. And then sweep. Perfect. Meteor showers. Okay, everything's fine. Okay, so now let's look at this. Alright, so since this is pretty full now and we're not having this issue of caps, we're going to stop that. Okay, so back to Calypso. Food, plenty of food. I think. Let's do, I think we need to get some more, so let's go down here, make some more. We'll do like, I don't know, 10 more, because we have 2 of them, so we just copy and paste. There we go. All right, where are we at? Plenty of time, plenty of time. My gosh, look at all those asteroids getting hit by meteors. All right, did it all fall? It did. Good. All right, we're gonna get rid of this row, and then we're gonna dig a couple more down. Okay. Yeah, you should have done it down from the bottom, smarty pants. We're just giving ourselves some more room. All right, and then we need to wipe this up so we have room for the gas to fall down. There we go. Much better. Let's go back to the main asteroid, see how well this is. View interior. Did we get more? Not yet. So we have 4, 8, 9. Yeah, I want to change this to like as max instead. Yeah. What we can do is have none in here, and then let's just deconstruct this for now, so all of it falls and we shift it over from this rocket to the other one. Did we send? Let's go back to Barreto. We need to check granite. Okay, granite. Okay, oxalite is in here. Can we relocate this in here? That's the first question. Robot, what are you doing? Okay. Well, all right, first things first. What we'll do is we'll put oxalite in here. Okay, it's on sweep only, so everything is in here. Make that a higher priority. Go in here, empty the storage. All right, rover. All right. We have a bunch of oxalite, so we'll be able to put them in different locations. Oxalite. Sweep. Perfect. Okay, so see, now we have some oxygen in here. It's not amazing amount of oxygen, but it's better than none. Let's empty you. Empty you. You want to give us 10 kilograms in some of this, really? Oxalite and granite, okay. This is weird. Did we set it at a weird... We did send it at a weird amount. Whoopsie. It's okay. All right, so let's pause. Let's look at Apollo. Did we move? Okay, we took all that out. It was up here. Now it's gone. Let's go to here. Check. There we go. There's a lot in here. All right, we're gonna wait a little bit longer till we have the other stuff done before we send the other duplicates. Who else are we gonna send with? We need to change the crew. I think it's gonna be... Is it Meep? No, Meep is off-world. Anybody off-world does not count. We can't use them. All right, let's just look at our skills. Who is our builder? We have, for construction, Ren, Meep, and Quinn. Okay, Quinn is off. So it's gotta be Ren. Ren it is. Awesome, we're getting more of the food in here. It is taking a little bit of time, but yeah. More food, the better. Okay. So there's not a ton of oxygen in here. Empty storage. Sweep. There we go. And then what we are going to do is hit sweep on a few of these because there's so much here. And then they're gonna send it all. We're gonna lose some inevitably. And that's okay. It's a sacrifice that I'm willing to make. Name that movie. Oh man. Alright, how much stuff do we have? We have plenty of kilograms of things. Yeah, I mean, once we send Ren over, we'll be able to touch granite without any issues. Ooh, new printables. Let's go to Lushani, make sure if we have some food, we can print it here. Shine impegs. Okay, I suppose we can leave that. Okay. We were working on this over here, so let's actually finish that off, add some automation while we wait. And 1, 2. We'll need to remove those from this area. You will go... Yeah, you'll go right there. Starvation. You know, there's a lot of food. Like 885,000 calories of food. So we should be fine. Oh my goodness. Alright, where's our rocket? Okay, it's right here. It'll be here along shortly. Yeah, idleness. We're not gonna mess with them. Leave them alone. Alright, I think on cycle 1613 or 1614 we will send our dupes over. Yeah. Since that'll give us enough time to send extra stuff. Where is all of the oxalite? Did we not send it up there? Or did it all dissipate on its way? It may have all dissipated. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Now we gotta sweep up all these ones. Oh, that's why. I was wondering. Yeah, we're just gonna send it all. Why not? We're literally gonna have so much oxalite because of these dense puffs that it does not matter. This is a great thing to do. They're like the lowest maintenance thing ever. Oh, temperature is low over here. Ooh. Yeah, that's okay. Base is a little warm, but the volcano temperature kind of increased a lot of stuff. Now that we are on a dormancy period, a lot of that heat is going to dissipate since we do keep it cool with our steam turbines over here. All right. See if we can send more of that oxygen over. Almost have enough rad bolts. Hey, it made it this time. Or did it? It's not showing that it's making it. Or is it just granite? Oh, I see what's happening. We sent them over, but as soon as it's getting into the atmosphere, it's the bubbles are going and dissipating. Okay. That's not good. So we will need to address that if we want to keep this stuff working properly, because all that oxalite is just dissipating and we're losing it. So we'll wait a second to see if we can keep any of it, but it doesn't look like it. Okay. So here's what we do. Let's look at the shipping. Go down one, or over one. Okay, and then we go here, and then we take conveyor rail down. And that way. Yeah. Otherwise, it's gonna keep dissipating. Yeah, we just lost a ton of oxalite to nothing, but it's okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Yeah, because none of it made it. That's unfortunate. Alright, we'll have all that fixed in a jiff. And then while we are waiting, let's look at Calypso. Right, this is the one that we're sending out. I think. Yeah, this is the one we have so much surf and turf. Yes. Alright, let's put our crew in here. Let's get them ready. We need to switch out the rover module with the trailblazer module. So let's do that. Let's go here, swap it for trailblazer module, please. Build it out of iron. Both of them have suits. Oh, they don't like the beds. Sorry. Highest priority here. Same thing, we need to make this done like now. So if we look, a lot of the oxalite is kind of just, it's just not doing anything, which is good. Yeah, as soon as it was hitting this outside, it was not working. It was totally dissipating, so. Overheated. Oh, well. Yeah, we should probably turn that off right now. Let's do... No, below... No, above 1,000. We're going to turn that off for now. We don't want any of this overheat damage. Building melted. Yeah. There's not much we can do. It's so hot here that everything's going to melt. All right. We would need to have this system in place, which we could. Oh yeah, so what we needed to do, let's let this go through, pause, cut, this right here, deconstruct please. Yeah, you guys should not be, you guys were idle, so it should be fine. Perfect, okay, now, please continue. Okay, good. Okay, now it's all looped. I don't know if we have enough supercoolant yet to efficiently loop it. I think I'm gonna try to make it change a little bit. We could have added like some temp shift plates, overheat damage. I'm not sure what's taking a damage, but okay. Now we are cooling. We are in a loop and we are cooling, which is great. Alright, let's go to temperature. Yeah, that's gonna cool things off pretty drastically, which is great. Okay. Back to main asteroid. Let's check a couple things here. Why is this stuff not being made? I think... Let's let everybody out for now. What's the matter now? Building broken. Yeah, we're not gonna mess with that. Okay, go back here. Okay, so you need to do that. Don't want to send anything. But if we look, we're getting plenty of hydrogen now. I think we will end up... Let's make a storage. Make it pink. Puce, sorry. Excuse me. And then let's add this going up. That way we can continue to send hydrogen up there. Alright, so we have our loop. It's starting to cool things off pretty drastically. Part 1, good. Yeah, I think that was the part of the issue. The other issue is material. Okay, so we do pause, shipping, conveyor rail. Let's do this out of iron ore. Okay. Perfect. And actually, we're gonna do that. There, now everybody has stuff to do. Alright, looks pretty good, right? Now we have stuff being completed, we're working around some stuff. Okay. Food has decayed. Rotten lettuce. Well, that's not fun. Give them a little bit to finish that off. Let's, once this is completed, we should be able to send our rocket with Ren and the pilot. I don't remember which pilot we have, but should be fine. Where is this coming from? Oh, that's for that. Got it. Let's check Lushani and see if we can drop off some food via printable goodies. Nope, just a snazzy suit. That's okay. What's the temperature we're down to? We're going down to 0. Okay, let's do like -5. Yeah, look at that. It's great. It's a beautiful sight. Oh, man. Okay. We did almost finish this here. Let's get some of this stuff finished. Yeah, just get rid of the ladder. Do we have any materials in here? We do. Let's just relocate that here. Perfect. Let's do a manual airlock in case we have to go in and change some things. Alright, did we finish it? We did. Awesome, except for this one conveyor rail. Last thing we need that I completely didn't see. Yep, that'll be it then. We may lose a little bit of it, but at least when we close it off, we won't have that issue. Yeah, we're still not. We have to close it off all the way. We did get some oxalite, right? Now we should be getting a bunch more. Yes, awesome. All right, so that's good. Let's go back down here and sweep some more of this oxalite. I mean, we can always make more, so. Next thing to, let's get rid of that poke shell. All right, did the robot die? No, but they're about to. Okay. So first things first, we'll land here, or not land, but let's get our people ready. Building melted. Yeah, drywall. Tons of food. All right, let's get the crew. We have extra oxygen right here in case we need it. We have extra algae inside of here for the diffuser if we need it. Yep, we've got a lot of materials. Let's double check to make sure we have the Trailblazer installed. We do. And I think it's ready. Yep. All right. Change our destination. We're gonna go right here. Getting ready. We're not gonna launch yet. Landers ready. Additional landers must be constructed. Okay, so we have not completed the lander yet. That's in the Trailblazer module. So we need to do that. Make that the higher priority. Hopefully that's where we are going. Yeah, it just took them a second to build. And then now we launch. Right? Everybody's in there. Double check a couple things. We have some water. Check. The thing we'll need to make is a bathroom. But that'll be easy since they can mine granite. Okay. Ready and launch. Sweet. Okay, everybody. I wanted to talk before we continue the episode here, and I want everybody to take a look at some of the notable differences. We are on cycle 1713. Originally, at the beginning of this episode, I mentioned how we are going to be done after we complete this entire episode, and that we were going to move on from this series. But I think after playing without recording for a little while, it has since then revitalized my thoughts and the way that I have things going on this asteroid and the rest of them in this run. So I am going to revise my statements on saying that this is going to be the last episodes. We are going to continue and finish off what we started. I think the biggest thing that was a struggle for me is I try not to plan my episodes to the point where it's so obvious that anybody can point out, hey, we see that he's going to do this and he's going to do this and then he's going to do this. I'm not trying to do that. I try to do a more natural approach to recording my videos, and in doing this recording, the past part of it, I did notice that there were a lot of things that I could be doing differently, and in doing those things, it has helped me gain a new spark to keep running through the episode series and just keep going until we are finished. So before we get into more of the meat and potatoes of this episode, I want to show some of the notable differences that I have put into place since the last time that we have talked earlier on in this episode. So if I scroll up to the top here, we can see we've moved the interplanetary launcher with a beacon and a payload opener over here. We had it over on top of this, so it was not underneath the hydrogen and the liquid oxygen center that we're going to be doing later on. And I wanted that closer because radbolts go and they disintegrate or they lose some of their value as they go farther distances. So we moved it over here so we can keep as much as we can while we try and focus on Barreto so we can get all of this kind of going, since we need to get the temporal tear opener unlocked and everything else, right? So speaking of which, the goal to get the temporal tear opener completed and then sending our duplicate on their way, that is a very, very difficult task without creating a nuclear reactor, right? So that is what we are going to do later on. We're going to create a research reactor, and it's a pretty large building, right? So we will end up taking care of that using some sort of cooling method with steam and the like. So that is in the future of what we are going to work into, so we can get to that one of the last few of our achievements. Now, speaking of achievements, we're going to look at that too before we move on to the next asteroid. We are going to get our artifacts. We are going to get all of these completed for the Great Escape. Send a duplicate there. Okay, that'll probably be the very last thing that we do. If we scroll down here, mine the gap, and that's rad. Now take a look. We did complete GMO A-OK. we did that one. We landed a duplicate of rovers on all worlds in the cluster. That wasn't pretty bad. And we also extracted uranium from a beta hive without getting stung. So that was in the previous part of this episode. I'm just providing a recap because we are on cycle 1713 instead of like 1600 where we were when I first started recording this episode. So this has been the reasoning why it's been taking so long for me to actually post a new video, because I thought it would be an easy thing to come here, get all the radiation, temporal tear opener, and then record that, and then that would be it for the rest of the series. And to my surprise, it ended up making me super excited to try and actually complete the rest of the achievements, especially since we do have a lot of stuff that we still have to do to accomplish that. So, let's go back to Soilora, our first location. We still have 4 rockets. Nothing has changed there. We come down here. We did add some extra ventilation all the way down from here. We had a bunch of extra carbon dioxide that was kind of sitting right here. So we've been sending it off with a little bit of a signal switch. So we turn it on and off when there's too much carbon dioxide that's building up. We still have our slicksters. That hasn't changed. We have added regular slicksters again. I think my main reasoning for doing this is to help with that carbon dioxide. They do provide a good amount of carbon dioxide relief if you have enough of them, right? We did have an issue with the petroleum boilers. I did end up accidentally putting some of this crude oil in the pipe and then it broke them. So I had to scramble to get everything up and running in the right way. And that's just kind of where we ended up so far, right? Nothing else has changed too much. I did end up changing our filtering for the other asteroid for Ugelhelen, and that was right here, right? We had a sift, or not a sift, a water sieve that was providing regular water over to the other asteroid, and instead we are actually providing polluted water over there, and that'll take us here. And we are now sifting the polluted water on premises, right? That's what we are doing now. We will need to get some more regolith and get some more of these Atmos suits, but we did add some extra farms, so we would have some plastic and some of these regular Drecos. So we are effectively trying to make this asteroid more feasible and standalone compared to what it was before. Not sure why those were... What is going on here? How did we get crude oil in that? Anyways, we will figure that out in this episode. Not entirely sure how that happened, but we will have to grab that. So go up and over. Yeah, anyways. So that's just something that we will do. I may have accidentally attached the wrong pipe to the wrong thing. And that happens sometimes when you're moving things around, right? So we did change some of the... Oh, I see what happened. Okay, so we need to effectively change some of the some of the things we have going on here. I'm just going to cut off the piping temporarily to all these before we move on and keep showing or keep showcasing everything else. Yeah, at the end of the pipe. So, anyways, we have this going on that we will need to cut off there, so we don't have to fix that. Anyways, don't have anything else going on over here. We did end up getting some more of the regolith. Regolith is very helpful in many different ways, so we are working on grabbing more of the regolith to keep filtering this in the sieves here. So that was a part of the issue that we had. Let's see what else. We added some more of the natural gas geysers to help with that. We added this nice, wonderful system to filter the natural gas going into both of these, or all of these right here. it only turns on when the natural gas goes in, and then usually it'll send it up here. I have it disconnected right now because we don't have anything else in the pipes, since we are filtering it out completely down here anyways. So, all right, let's look at Burrito, right? So we have added some different things than we did before, and I would like to point out that we need a lot of materials here, right? There is a lot of materials that we need to actually get in order to provide enough stuff for the iron volcano, because we will utilize the iron volcano, right? And with the iron volcano, we can send back and forth to make steel, so that's going to be fairly useful in this operation. We're probably going to have the centrifuge, I think that's what it's called, the centrifuge? No, the research reactor, somewhere at the bottom here, way below this volcano, so that way we can put it in a steam room and have the steam cool it down consistently. We're going to grab supercoolant. We're going to use supercoolant for that as well. Speaking of supercoolant, we are effectively sending our extra gold, our gold, refined gold, I should say, and we created a gold volcano tamer while I was in this last 100 cycles. I'm like, you know what? Let's just do it. So I will go over this right now since we're looking at it. How it works is we have a thermal aquatuner that is providing the cooling for all of these here. We have our buffer with the liquid reservoir, so that's going to consistently provide enough of the cold solution to keep this cold when we pull up the extra gold from the volcano. The steam right now is only 120 degrees, but if you look, we have 20 tons of gold at 196 degrees, so it's constantly providing heat to the surroundings. I didn't add any temp shift plates. I didn't add anything to kind of saturate that into the area, but it would probably be helpful if you had some sort of temp shift plate to help that move along into the different areas. So we have a timer on the side here that is timing this at 2 seconds out of 200, so that way we don't put too much of this hot metal inside the conveyor loader, and then it also doesn't allow it to hit it so quickly when they drop off a bunch of the gold into the conveyor loader. So it's the same principle that we have on our other volcano. If we scroll up here, same principle, we send our reduced heat of a material into our conveyor, and then as it's in the conveyor, it will cool it off with all the steam turbines, right? So that's where it's very similar, right? And I think in most cases, this is going to only send a little bit at a time since we have it on the sensor, on the timer sensor, right? So it will take a little while in order to cool off all of that metal, but that's okay. It's working, and what we are doing now is sending it to our main asteroid so we can make more supercoolant. So that's what I wanted to showcase. Most of the time, this is a little overkill with 2, and I say that only because gold has such a high transfer of heat rating that it's super easy to cool down. So I might make another one right here to get this gold volcano into place. We'll see how that goes in the future. We definitely will be taming the aluminum volcano that's either over here or even the other one that's down here. That's a copper volcano. We want to have all the materials that we can get. So we may just move right into taming all of those in a little while here. So anyways, that's about it for this asteroid. We added some extra duplicates to help keep things rolling in the right direction. We changed our metal refinery, and we are now keeping this area nice and cold while we cool off the hydrogen that's coming out at 500 degrees. So the supercoolant in this area has been very helpful, and I think that as long as we keep making some more, we will have no more issues with that. So the next part of this is we are going to actually I'll just do this while we're doing it live, folks. We're doing it live. So what we effectively need to do is cool down all of these here because they can get hot. I mean, right now they're warm, or they're not warm, but they're at a regular temp. That's kind of fine, but I'd rather put it down a little lower. So we're going to keep this area nice and cold for the diamond press. We are going to need probably a couple more diamond presses. Once we have a better idea of what we're going to be doing on Barreto, then I will probably put a little bit more focus. Let's turn that around. I will be putting more focus in on taking care of our mining achievement because it's going to take a long time versus the other part, which is, you know, also going to take a lot of time to tame this asteroid and have it ready for us overall. So, and then obviously while we are working on both of those things, we should be sending other rovers to other places. We are going to leave this rocket alone for now and let that one sit in case we need to send other resources to Barreto. And then we're going to actually outfit this one with a rover module. There we go. So that's just what I think we are going to do for the not so distant future. And I hope everybody understands it's not very common for me to have that kind of restart-itis is I think the term that everybody uses when they want to like start fresh and just leave things alone and then kind of go from there. And I think if you just spend some time just kind of playing the game, eventually you're gonna look at it and be like, oh my gosh, I could just continue, and that it's just been a really good experience to just kind of take a step back is what I'm getting at. So other parts, we started using the salt water here for our other spam. It's been pretty helpful to do that since we have no more water in the area, or a very little water I should say. Yeah, so that's been kind of helpful, I think, in most cases. I'm very pleasantly surprised. We almost have our hermit duplicate, but we need to provide spicy tofu and pepper bread. That's kind of something that we'll need to do if we want to recruit our last duplicate on this asteroid. Another thing we did remove one of the beta hives so we can get closer to the copper volcano here. I wanted to get there so we can have the copper volcano, because we need all of these materials, right? We need all of the copper, we need all the gold, all the aluminum, and so on and so forth. So, all right, I think let's look at, I think everything else that's about it, about the changes. So if you have any questions or comments or concerns, or hey, why did you do that? Hey, why did you do this? Please feel free to add those in the section below. I am super excited to continue our journey. I think it's been too long since I've posted, and the last thing that I will mention is next week I will be traveling, and that's going to be, I'm posting this video on Friday the 31st of January, and next week, Monday through Thursday, I will be out of town for work. But once I am back, the plan is to really focus in and narrow down these achievements, and just kind of play the game and enjoy it. And I hope everybody gets a chance to enjoy it as well. So thank you for listening to me rant and having my Dom talks. Let's get going, everyone. Let's get this going. We're going to go at a slower speed for a little bit, keep everything going, kind of figure out why I decided to make all of our crude oil plants not work the way that they're supposed to. So what I'm going to do next is cut that, and then cut this one, and then what we are going to do is put this up. And then go, I want to get all of that out of here. So we're going to have to do some changing in order to get that going. No, don't even need to do that. Alright, so what we're going to do is that. And then cut this here. Yep. And it's not going anywhere right now, per se, but it will in a moment. So for some reason we had some water in these, and I don't know where it came from. That was kind of unfortunate, but I was trying to provide a buffer to the water, and it was not working. Not working the way that we expected it to, at least. But that's okay. We're going to... Let's cut this one and have all of the stuff get pulled out of the other locations. See, having so much piping all over the place, it just... it does help. It sure does. Okay, so what we do here is we cut the pipe there, and then it should go back up. And then we... cut this pipe here, and then we go down like that. Cut that. There we go. That should pull it back up and out of that piping there. Yeah, see, that worked out just fine. See, what we're trying to do is make sure that we provide, get rid of all this extra in the pipes here. So let's do that, have it pull it out of there, go up. There we go. And then what we do is this, make sure there's nothing in that pipe. Yeah, see, I'm gonna have to really focus in on getting rid of this extra stuff in the pipes. Okay, and then we go here. Now all that should come back up. Whew, this is not easy. Let's see, will it go backwards if we... It should go back the way that it's supposed to. There we go. It won't go backwards in that fashion, but we can go up and over. Get all of it out of here, out of the oil well. Alright, while we are at it, let's go back to the main asteroid. Let's get us some Atmo suits back over to this location here. Manual entry, Atmo. Oop, wrong button. Atmo. Okay, we can add some of those here. Let's see, did we make more? I thought we did make more. We have some here. We have, oh, there we go. Sweep. The inevitable goal is to make sure that we can have enough of these on this asteroid here, but I think that it was kind of difficult at the time to make the right decision. But while they send those, let's work on this here. And how do we do that? We cut the piping there. We send it back up the way it's supposed to go. Maybe. There we go. Now that's all gonna go out of the pipe. And then we do the same thing here once that's out. Here, let's move this a little bit faster. That way we're not sitting here idly. Okay. It's gonna send all of it out of there. Oh, we're looping it ourselves. Whoops. We don't want to be doing that. So this kind of thing is good to go over because there's a lot of, what is happening? How do I fix it? Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Yeah, and this happens even to us veterans, right? We make mistakes. We attach the wrong thing to the wrong location. And that has been a constant struggle for me, at least. Okay, let's just turn this off for now so we can get everything out of the pipes. There we go. We don't need to add this. Yeah, once all of this stuff is out of the pipe, we should be good to go. I'm going to deconstruct the pipe that is behind this because it does tell us if it has the crude oil in it. See, that one's got crude oil, so we're gonna just deconstruct it. This one should be okay though. Okay. So now, let's cut the pipe here, let it go through. There we go, all that's coming out. The only thing I don't think is going to work is if we go backwards like this. Or it will. Alright, I lied. Excuse me. Yeah. There we go. So get everything out of there. Looks good. Now we need to recalibrate all of the piping, which really is not fun. Sorry we have to put everybody through this, but I think it is necessary to kind of go over these things. Go up and over, cut the pipe, let it go through. Same thing here. Here's what we're gonna do. We are going to... What are we gonna do? We are going to... Trying to look at the pipe and see where it's gonna go. So if we go up and over, that's not where we want it to go. So we'll go through here, cut the pipe there, cut the pipe here, make sure it's only going in one direction. Because there's only crude oil in here, so. And then we cut the pipe. Yeah, we're gonna redo some of this. Get it all. Here, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this. Just get rid of it. Get rid of it all. And just have it fixed. I just didn't want to have this water in here. Because we have water here. Right? So for some reason we got water in here and I'm not sure where it came from. So we're gonna add those, get rid of that water, and then we should be okay. The goal is gonna be to have all of the oil fall into the bottom of the asteroid, and then we'll have a couple of pumps. I'm gonna make it flat by putting regular tiles just down here in this fashion. Right, and by doing that, then it makes it nice and even, so we have a low point for all the crude oil. So at least that's how I would like to envision it, right? What are these made out of? They're made out of cobalt, so that's going to need to change too. Cobalt is not going to work since we don't have a ton of that. Since the DLC has released, we did end up with an extra research that we needed to complete, which is down here, and we are almost done with it on all three of these, but we're working on the science, the radiation science, so that's why we have it up here. And we've been kind of playing with sending it this direction and then going up and down manually, since we're not going to have this here for long term. It's only going to be short term. So let's go back to Ugelhelen, and then I think I'm saying that right. I hope I am. Another thing we did was we added some automation to the conveyor rail here, so it drops off some of the sulfur up here directly next to the grubs. Did we get extra suits? I think we did. It seems like we did, because they're down here in this... Yeah, the Atmos suits are not empty anymore. We don't have reed fiber. Okay, so we need to keep doing some of this. And getting extra ones of those. Maybe let's make another farm for strictly Draco, like regular Dracos. And I think we also need some more hydrogen. Yeah, extra hydrogen would be helpful, so we can keep their scale growth. And we didn't have this kind of like we do on the main asteroid just because of space. Unreachable food. Are you stuck? Oh, you are stuck. Yeah, go make that, Ellie, so you don't starve yourself here. Okay. There we go. Get rid of all that water. That is a trick that we learned thanks to one of our regular watchers. Thank you, FP. You are awesome. I appreciate all of the quality support that you have provided and guidance. It's been very helpful. Let's see what we got here. Some algae. Yeah, we're not getting any more duplicates right now. Speaking of which, I did not enable the Frosty Planet pack or the booster, the Bionic Booster pack for this run since we started without it. I did not want to add those in since we haven't utilized them so far. So that's just something I wanted to keep it the same, right? Is that 4? It is. 92 tiles would be here, 96 here. Okay, so if we wanted to make it longer, it would have to go all the way over to this one. Okay, got it. Okay, so let's see. Did they get rid of all that piping? Looks like they did. Let's change the material. Let's go to... Do we think... I don't think lead would be a good idea because it gets super hot super fast. Even though we are cooling down the area, we'll do iron because iron is probably better just in general. So we're going to do that on all of them. Change it to iron. Like I said, I probably am not doing this the best way. There's probably a better way for all of it, but the good news is we are learning and we are making better decisions for the future. Thanks, Galaxy Quest. You are the best. All right, so that looks good. We're gonna create another area strictly for all of our Dracos, so we can have regular Dracos and glossy Dracos. We also are working on plug slugs. I want to get more plug slugs simply because Barreto is a really difficult asteroid, and plug slugs do provide some pretty good, when they're in a very good state, they provide a lot of good power, right? So that's partially why we want to do that. Let's take a look at Lushani while we're waiting. How is that? Okay, that's okay. There we go. Let's see if they decide to do some more research. To start digging some more, we'll get some of this stuff kind of figured out. Go all the way across. There we go. We're gonna create our main area separated from the rest, just like we did on the main asteroid. So I think this is kind of where we're going to start with that. And then when we do this, we'll make it so we can get extra protection against this satellite. It's really irradiated, I guess is the term. Irradiated? One of the two. Excuse my incorrect use of... You get what I'm saying. Everybody gets what I'm saying, I hope. Alright, so now we need to change you, put you here. No, not a regular liquid pipe. We want an insulated liquid pipe. I'm going to use igneous rock again. Okay, and that's... Where are you going? So you're going to go up, over, up, over, up, over. Yeah, that looks crazy. But that's okay. We're going to go up and over. Like this. And then the other one is this right here. And then we are sending it pumping here through this, pumping out anything that's not a crude oil. And then it's going, crude oil is going this direction, not crude oil is going over here. Okay. That's good. We did have that set up on the other one as well, but we kind of turned that off. Wait. Making sure we have nothing attached to that, because that would be really unfortunate. Okay, then go up and over. We're going to get rid of all this extra stuff that we don't need, including the wiring. Okay. This one requires water. This one requires water. And then this one also requires water. So go over, up. All right, so this is what we're paying attention to, right? Let's cut this off and then make it go up. That's why we're paying very close attention to what we see. And we're gonna go straight down and here. That should be directly into that one. Yep. Oh boy. All right, so you're gonna go up and over. Where are you going next? Well, let's force it to go one direction, right? Here, we're gonna do this. We're gonna go. Oh, how do we do this? We go down, down, down. And watch this, ready? Down it goes, and now it's not in our pipe. Man, I love this cut tool so much. Alright, so now we go back to our water. That's oil. We don't need that. Thank you. You can go back that way. Let's actually get rid of this pipe. We don't need it since we're doing that here. Same thing. We don't need you guys here. Perfect. We don't need to be any more confusing than it already has been. Alright, so this one does not need to be attached. In fact, let's break that. Yeah, we're going to break that just in case it has... It doesn't tell us it has anything in it. I just want to make sure, and then we will rebuild it. So, perfect. Okay, we got rid of that water. The water's gone. Now we don't have to worry about it. Let's get rid of our buildings only. And then we'll have this ladder here to make sure whoever's down here can get back out. Perfect. Okay, while they rebuild that stuff, let's go over to Lushani, make sure everything's working the way we want it to. And then we're also going to get ready to send rovers to the other asteroids to get them prepped so we can grab those artifacts. So let's go back here, check Lushani first, see how they're doing. Okay, that looks good. Let's break all that open. Don't know what these are doing here, but we're gonna grab that material back. You would get yourself stuck. So, now that we're watching this for a quick second, I will show everybody what it looks like, right? So we've got everything in here is encased in obsidian because of the temperature, right? The temperature 2726. If we pause and we look at the volcano, 2626. So you have to encase it in obsidian. That is a fail-safe, so nothing else happens to anything in here. Most of the rail is made out of gold amalgam, except for if it's next to the asteroid. I have that stuff made out of steel, except for past it going on and outward. Everything in here else is made out of steel, as we can see. Steel, everything. And then obsidian ladder, so if I need to go in, we can go in up here and jump in to make any adjustments when it's dormant, right? And then we use supercoolant, not water, because if we put water here, all this evaporates. So use supercoolant because of the different temperature it has for evaporating. So when you open this up and you close it, you have nothing to worry about. That's just how it works. We look at the power. Everything is connected to this smart battery. I'm just letting it do whatever I want it to. I'm not putting any automation on this. It's just gonna work. It's a standalone operation here. You don't have anything put in there. I never had to attach a wheel to it. Once this stuff evaporated and turned into steam, it totally started working on its own. There was some finesse I had to do since I added a secondary steam turbine. Originally it was stopped here, but my precautionary side told me let's make a second steam turbine. So we did that after it was all vacuumed out. So, okay. Let's go up here. Are we doing our research? We are not. Let's look at our skills, not skills, priorities. And let's go to Lushani. Who is our researcher? I believe it's Bubbles. Bubbles has researching. We're gonna put that a little bit higher on the priority, and we're gonna leave digging to the regular priority. So that way we get this done. I don't want to sit here and deal with that. We did enclose all these areas. We were able to do that pretty easily with the joint plates, the rad bolt joint plates. We moved the rad bolt generators right next to the crash satellite, so we have plenty of rad bolts. We look at our radiation. You can see we've got 1700 per cycle, and these pips just love it for some reason. So that's all right. We're gonna get rid of all this extra stuff that we are not using anymore. There we go. We had this kind of blocked off because the water was from like here to here, as you can see. But it's okay now, it's better now. Let's just go up on the side. There we go. We do need to get some more of our filtration medium, which I think has not happened yet. Deliver the suit, please. We have gotten one made, so that's good. We're starting to catch up. Let's just double check all of this, see how it's looking. Seems like it's going in the right direction now. Okay, this can go up. We can start sending that extra. We definitely almost did not make it, because this was our surplus just in case. And now we have enough going in once again. Perfect. All right. We will need to make these a higher priority so that way they keep going. Filtration medium or no. I think something that I want to also mess with is the meteor blaster. Okay, we need to make blast shot, which I think is in Where is that made in? Is that made in here? It's got to be in one of these, right? Not the press, not the forge. Blast shot maker. So you make blast shot out of refined metal and petroleum. Okay. So that's something that I'm thinking I'm going to need to do on this asteroid. We need to mine all this out and then kind of create a top. And then once the top is done, then we can start making the blast shot. Because we are making petroleum right here. And I think getting all those materials, making sure they're all mined is probably the best way to keep having regolith. And then have auto deliveries with the auto sweepers, right? So that's kind of where I would like to go so we can keep using all of this awesome materials instead of letting it do whatever it wants. Because that's effectively what I've seen right here, right? We literally let it do whatever it wanted and then it was not good. And we'll leave that alone for now. We just want to keep checking our piping, see how that's going. Okay, that needs to be a higher priority. We need that fixed. Okay, we got a little bit of regolith. We're gonna need way, way more. Yeah, definitely gonna have to create a ceiling here, and then with that ceiling, that's when we're going to start focusing in on that. If we look at the blast shot, the meteor blaster, how tall does it go? Oh, okay. All right. So it's a pretty large air, like surface area. Okay. At least we should probably do that here, but we're going to need more refined metal. I'm just going to look at what we have. Refined metal wise, we don't have a ton at the moment. Sorry, cat was doing weird things. I had to adjust something. All right, let's see what we can do. So we have a bunch of refined metal, or we don't have a bunch of refined metal right now, but we could play around with that and send it over. Yeah, I think we'll probably have to send it over. That's all right. Oh, we should probably fix that so nothing is sitting underneath. All right, let's go up and over. Oh no. You know what I think we could do is, if that doesn't work, we could just do this. We're gonna try something out here. And then we're gonna need another one of these. Oh, we need plastic here. Okay, so let's send them some plastic. Yeah, definitely gonna need some of that plastic over here. So let's go to the top. To the top we go. All right, change this. We're gonna go to Lushani. We need to send some plastic. So we have that right here. Sweep only, right? So we can do this in two different ways. I'm gonna just change all of it, turn it off, do some plastic, and then I'm going to change from sweep only to that, and we're just gonna deliver it a couple of times and then let it go. And now we'll change it to sweep only, reset for next time. Oh, well, I should probably leave it in there until it's done, right? There we go. Right now it's sweep only, we'll leave it alone so it sends all of that plastic, and they'll send all of that for us now that that's fine. Some of the other automation we did, we deliver anything that gets made out of the payload opener, it gets dropped off right next to the transit tube access, so that way the dupes come up, grab it, go down. If you can see here, we've got some refined gold, they'll grab that, and then we will make... Now we don't have petroleum. Oh, I see. We had, remember my incident I mentioned earlier? Yeah, that was unfortunate. That made things a little difficult on us because it definitely did not turn out the way we wanted things to. Let's change that to these two instead. And we'll get some petroleum lying around. New printables, what do we got? Copper? Yeah, copper. But that is partially why we are going to tame all of those volcanoes on Lushani, so we can have an infinite amount of materials. Right, so let's get this stuff. Oh, they got that done. Great. Plumbing. You know what? We don't even need a pitcher pump anymore. We don't even need it anymore. What are you doing, Dom? Obviously, we're not always doing things the best of ways, but we will make it better. Let's get this rock crusher out of the way. My gosh, these saves take so long. Let's remove the rock crusher, and then what we are going to do, we're going to add pipe here. This is one of my favorite things that they've recently added to the game. It changes so many different types of things on you. We go boop, auto bottler. We go here. How much do we need? 49.5. That is a very interesting specific amount. Because 49 gold and 49 and 49.5 equal 100 supercoolant. Got it. Okay. Yeah, we're going to be making supercoolant probably for the foreseeable future, especially since it is a requirement for some of the different things that we need to make. And I'm stating that, and I'm talking about all of those different gold and aluminum and iron volcanoes. We're going to need as much supercoolant as we can probably afford. So, all right. We will probably need more power generation as well. Let's, oh. You're gonna go to the left, and I think I needed to go up 2 instead of that. Oh, we just hit our dupe. Sorry, Ari. We are not careful. Oh, man. What we should do is put a, what am I thinking of here? Some automation here, but that's okay. Did we get the plastic? Yes, we did. Okay, so the next thing that I want is... let's actually make some more shipping. Let's do what we did on the other asteroid. Let's go down and over and down, and we'll just drop it off like right here. Why not? There we go. That way we don't have to empty the storage. It just does this on its own. Actually, let's do it all the way across here. Perfect. How many rad bolts? We have 0 rad bolts. Oh, uh-oh. Yeah, I don't need a shovel running around. That just not fun for me. Oh man. Yeah, we'll take the food. Food is good. All right, let's go back to this our other asteroid here. Let's get some more of this material, yeah? So everything in here is really warm, right? It's not temperate by any means. It's super hot. So, in the not so distant future, we are going to revamp these for better usage. We're gonna put super coolant on these. We're probably gonna have another one down here. right? And we're going to cool off the entire area. I think that would be the best way for the oil wells, at least, right? Okay, so water's not being delivered yet. Now it is. Perfect. And we do need to have these remade, but... Alright, let's just follow our pipes really quick. So down, over, down. No, don't remake those. I don't want to have another water issue. Okay, so over, down, water here. Down, over, water here. Down, over, water here. Remake bridge. This is why we're doing this, because we need to make sure we didn't miss anything. Okay. Good. Water, water, water. And then let's follow the piping the other direction. So we go down, over here. Water here. Where are we going to get the water for this location? It is here. And then we cut the pipe off here. Go straight over. Goes down, over, and up. Perfect. Okay. Let's get rid of the extras that we don't need. All of that and that. Yeah, anything we don't need, we're going to trim off. It's already complicated enough as it is. All right. Perfect. Might be a good idea to have a secondary bunch of these, though. Let's change that to a different type of material. Let's do... We can do wolframite the whole time. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll add a second loop, and this will be our extras. We'll loop this side into one, and then this side into another. And then once we have a giant reservoir, we will change it to be one large... and in charge thing here. Yeah, that will be awesome. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna get rid of some of this. I know that's pretty temperate, or not temperate, but pretty warm. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna change this area quite a bit, make it more efficient and more necessary to adjust with the settings that we have, and not settings, but with what we have going on currently. All right. Rad bolts. We have a lot of rad bolts, so she's bubbles. Bubbles is going to get hit by radiation, so we're going to turn that to the left instead. Starvation. Why are we starving? Nisbet, go eat. Someone soiled their pants. It's not good. There we go. 8. Now we're good. Our Paku pit has not changed. We still have this wonderful Paku pit for fillets that are just sitting here. We have plenty of algae for these ones to stay nice and alive, I guess. We've changed this a couple of times, which I need to do for this one. Let's do, this is a grub grub. We haven't done the grub grub, I don't think. On the radiation reactor. Perfect. All right, while we are at it, we've got our rover. Let's check our interior. What do we got? We've got food. We have food. We have oxygen. We have water. We have crew. Perfect. Pause. All right, crew is Rowan. Rowan, anybody else? Nope, just double checking, making sure we aren't sending extras out. All right, let's send another, we're gonna send a rover here. And landers are not ready yet. Unreachable. Okay, so we need to get a little closer. It's going to be highest priority, please. And then while that's fixed, we'll go here. Okay, we've got our plastic now, so we're going to go straight down. And then we're going to... Oh, we don't want it there. We want it here. Because what's going to happen is it's going to send us extras. And we're gonna change this actually, so duplicant that's actually using it doesn't get hurt. Okay, we gotta get rid of these ladders. Oh no. I didn't mean to get rid of you. Go back. Both of those need to be made so we stop leaking atmosphere. There we go. So let's stop hitting our duplicates, huh? It's probably a good idea. Let's... Oh, man. There we go. We'll be able to reach that. Oh, but we were sending it over in this direction. Yeah, I just don't want anybody to get hit. So we probably won't even need this anymore, but it's fine. See, can these... What can we use for automation here besides turning it on and off? Oh, you can use automation with them. I'll have to play with that a little bit more, but we'll go like this, turn it to the left, even though we're not going to use it at all. Go down. Oh, we will once it goes up. Yeah, we need more rad bolts. There we go. All right, all that's kind of figured out. We are definitely going to need more power to generate all of the things that we need. It may be good to add these to the entire backbone, but it's not consistent if we don't have materials coming out, so it might not be something we can continually do. Did we end up making the rover? Lander ready. Okay, everything's ready. Launch. Oh, how rude of me. Let me send them on their way while they're sleeping inside their bed. Whoopsie. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, that rover's going there. We are going to need to start getting, because what we want to do is get the artifacts. That's the only reason we are going here, is to grab these artifacts down here. So in order to do that, we need to grab as much of this sandstone that we can and just kind of build all the way down and up, three across, right? At least that's how I'm envisioning it. I don't want to send a dupe here because I don't think it'd be a good idea right now. We do have glass here, unreachable. Interesting. Okay. But for this one, where are we going to go? We are going to go... Yeah, let's go to Sift. Siftola. We'll go... Who's the crew? Hassan, okay. Crew. Hey. While we wait, let's look at our food. Food is super good. We've got no algae, but that's fine. There's oxygen in here. Oh, we should probably pump a little bit of that carbon dioxide out. There we go. I think what happened here, one of the suits got worn out during the trek to and from a location. I mean, there's not a ton of carbon dioxide. There's just enough that we need to pump it out. So, yeah, I think we're good in about a couple of seconds here. We'll give that a moment to work. See what we're gonna have to do here is a couple of things. I know people are like mentioning echelon waterfalls and other interesting ways to get rid of this extra amount of water, but without having any crazy amount of things to go and try and do, this is probably the basic way that was intended to do this, right? You gotta figure out how to get down here to all of this, especially if you want to get to the graphite, right? We definitely would like the graphite. Okay, so we're gonna keep building 3 across on both sides, and then that should help us, definitely help us out a lot. Yeah, to get closer to the bottom. And then we can probably send oxalite, a couple of other things in here to get us oxygen ahead of time if we really needed it. So. As if we look down here, we still have our pufflets and our puffs just providing us an endless supply of oxalite. So it's really nice to have these when you have a surplus of oxygen. Let's do a couple of this. 10 of those. 10 of those, and then we'll go back to Lushani, see how this is doing. Okay. Up, over, down. Good. Nobody's gonna get smacked with extra amounts of radiation. And we are getting closer to our goal here. We still need to find some more data analysis, so maybe let's go up here. Well, how would we do this? We would need to change some of the... Actually, this isn't going to be hard at all. Do we have this stuff in here? No, we want... where's my search menu? Plastic. There we go. And then for research sake, perfect. We'll get both of these, and then Hassan can do research while we go back and forth from the other asteroid. We're done with the carbon dioxide. It looks like it. Good. Turn that off. We got surf and turf still. Bunch in both of these. Perfect. Are you gonna eat, or... That was weird. We have new printables. I think what we're gonna do to get our hermit is when we get spicy tofu in our printable, then that's what we're gonna do. Because spicy tofu is a lot of extra things you have to do to make it, right? Like, you've got to get the nosh bean sprouts, which we aren't making much anymore because it's too cold. And let's just look at our blueprints. Mallow seeds. Okay, we're still working on this one here. How are these working? Good, 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 and good. Let's see if we can... How are we going to put this in here? We are going to go... We'll go straight over. This is not my favorite way to do things with the piping, but... we probably don't need that one. Okay, but what we will need to do is go one here. Let's go down one more. Yeah, I don't know where the starvation came from, but that's fine. Down and up. We'll build all that, and that will be our fail-safe on these right here. Okay. We have everything. Landers. Fueled. Landers ready on the launch pad. We have our crew. Launch, baby. Let's go. Fantastic. Yeah, we do get the buildings melted. That happens sometimes. It's super duper hot. I'm going to change that in a moment. What we're going to do, let's queue up some ceramic. Clay and coal, we have plenty of each. We're going to do like 20. And the reason I need that is so we can make a lot of this out of ceramic so it doesn't get too hot. Not sure of a better way to provide water to everything without it breaking like that, so. But we are learning. We're learning all the good things. Metal volcanoes looking great. Look at that. 23.5 tons. Oh man, these are great. This one's overpressured, so we can't do anything to that right now. We could start taming the volcano, so we should prep for that. We should make some steel. We don't have a ton of iron. Let's look around. Do we have iron on this asteroid? I don't think we have much on here. No, doesn't look like it. No, we would have to send it over from the other asteroid. And that is exactly why we are going to work on Barreto as well, so we can tame this fantastic iron volcano right there, because you'll get so much. I'm going to probably adjust our volcano that we have for the gold one, only because I want more of it cooled in a much faster time frame. So I may do some testing in my automation playground to see if we can get that to work the way we need it to. Yeah, I think that's what we are going to do. Play around with the iron volcano so we can get it done so it's more like the other volcano we have, where it sends all of the materials at a similar time when it's at a specific temperature, and then 2 or 3 of the different what am I thinking of here? I'm thinking of these steam turbines will cool it off as they go next to it. But we are going to come to an end to the episode with this moment in time. Right now, this episode is going to be a few hours long because I've recorded multiple sessions. That was not my original intention. You know, everybody, I think. Before we continue to the end of the episode, I do want to apologize that it's been a couple of days since I've posted something, and then the last part is, this is the first time that I have skipped ahead, and I don't like doing that because then it ruins the entire experience, in my opinion, at least from going from the beginning to the end. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to do that moving forward. I'm going to continue to post our videos as we normally have, and probably do longer videos, a couple, like 1 to 2 hours a piece, so that way it's a lot more content for everyone to consume and kind of go through and look at. In my head, it makes more sense to provide a quality experience. Even though I'm not trying to like make it big on YouTube. I think it's just, I like helping people, so I hope anybody that sees this and watches these episodes that they've learned something and they're having fun. So please give me a thumbs up, let me know how I'm doing, and Hopefully we can continue our journey in the way that we are doing, which is positive. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you have a good weekend. Have a good rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one.